Hey guys, welcome back to That's Sonita. Today I'm in my kitchen. I am going to be honoring a lady that I truly treasure. She was Melanie from In the Kitchen with Momma Mel. She gained her wings a little over 2 months ago. She will be greatly missed by her family and her friends and her followers and supporters on YouTube. I started following Momma Mel probably about 3 years ago, and I do use a lot of her recipes because she was a very good cook. I loved how easy and convenient her recipes were. They're very quick and easy to put together, and they're packed with flavor. But the one that's in heavy rotation in my house year-round, even though this is spring-ish, is her chili. I love her chili, and it's just me and my husband here because we are empty nesters. So a full recipe is really too much unless we want to eat it for 4 or 5 days, and it's, you know, I love it, but not for 4 or 5 days in a row. So when I make it, I do a lot of freezer prep meals because I love having things ready to go into the crock pot that's already ready in the freezer. I just pull it out, dump it in, and 6 hours later you have dinner. So what I do is I take her recipe and I divide it in half. We're going to have chili tonight, so I'm putting half of it in my crock pot, and the other half I'm doing it in a freezer bag so that I can pull it out later on whenever we want chili again, or when I don't feel like cooking, which is another good reason to use freezer prep meals. To get started, I have already cooked 2 pounds of ground beef with onion and drained it. Half of it is in my freezer bag, and the other half's in my crock pot. What you're going to need is a can of pinto beans. You do not drain them. And one from my freezer bag. You also need a can of chili beans, which you also do not drain, and I use all generic because it is so good you don't really need to spend the money on the expensive brands. You can if you wish, but I try to save money where we can save money these days, so I use Great Value when I can, or whatever generic brand is at the store now. You're also going to need 1 can of Rotel or a store brand of mild diced tomatoes with green chilies. And one for my freezer bag for later. You are also going to need a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. I just went ahead and bought 2 smaller cans so I didn't have to worry about trying to divide it half and half. So 1 for the crock and 1 for the freezer bag. And then you also are supposed to take and fill that tomato sauce can back up with water for extra liquid in your chili. And there's 1. And 2. And besides that, all you need is chili powder. And what she uses is her French's Chilio brand. Now, it may be ready, available where you're at, but in my area is not. It's hard to come by unless I get it off of Amazon and pay way more than what you need to for a seasoning. But Melanie also ran into that problem as well. So she said she uses McCormick original chili, and it's a really good comparison, and it is very good. And her full recipe comes with a half a cup because that's like a 7-ounce pouch packet that she puts in. But I got it in a container, so I'm going to add a half a cup for each, and this is a 1/4 cup, so I'll be putting two in each. I'm wrong. I'm putting a 1/4 cup in each. And I like a little extra, so we're going to be giving it just a little bit of extra. And I just love chili powder. When I go to serve this, I will also put some on top of it, as well as some chopped fresh onion and maybe a little bit of sour cream. And Melanie also likes to put corn chips in hers, and I think that would be really good. I think I've had it like that a long time ago, but I also like to use like Tostitos. And guys, that is it. It's simply that easy. Since your ground beef is already cooked, this just needs to go on low for 4 to 5 hours, 6 if you want. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to marry it together and make it taste even better. So this is ready for the crock pot for our dinner tonight. And I use as a ninja. I've had it for years, and it gets a lot of use because I like to do a lot of freezer crock pot prep meals. And there it is. And then as far as your freezer bag goes, just going to seal it shut, push out all the air, stand it up in the freezer to freeze, and pull it out whenever I am ready for a batch of chili. I also have my apron that came in just in time. I was hoping I'd have it before this taping. In the Kitchen with Momma Mel. If you go to her channel and check out her recipes, in the more description area, you'll find a place where you can go to shop in her store. And these aprons are wonderful. They're almost like a denim. They're really nice. I love it. And plus, I love having a nice remembrance of Momma Mel. All right, that's it. This is a short one today, guys. This has got to cook for several hours, so when it's all done, I'm getting ready to eat dinner because it's not even lunchtime here yet, so it'll be several hours. I will get a good picture of it for you so you guys can see what it looks like all cooked up. Have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.